Just pick one.
Why did you choose this profession career?
Okay. Well, actually, I chose medicine as a career, so that's actually. I got interested in medicine initially because when I was about 8 years old, I read a book about blood, and I thought blood was really cool. So who got to work on blood? That's doctors, right? So obviously it grew from there. But I got into this, into the legislature because as a doctor, I was taking care of a lot of kids, many of them in foster care, many of them who are on Medicaid or over at UC Davis. I particularly focused on children who had difficulties in school or had mental health issues, and saw that as how the county was cutting back on mental health services and closing all the county clinics, and just seeing how families were struggling and my patients. And I've been active in a lot of nonprofit organizations as well, like getting 65,000 children healthcare coverage, started a nonprofit to do that. People talked to me about running, and I finally thought to myself, I'm not willing to throw my hat in the ring. How can I complain about all the craziness that was going on in the state capitol back then in 2008 and 9 when they couldn't even get a budget together and people couldn't get paid and all that stuff. So I ran, wasn't supposed to win because I was this like no-name pediatrician, despite all my community work, but I did. So that's how I ended up here.
All right.
There we go.
What's the next question?
Anybody?
Go. See, in medicine, you gotta be. Quick. I think
All
fast.
right.
What are 5 duties that are involved in your profession?
5 duties?
In your opinion, like what are the 5 duties that you go through daily?
Oh, let's see which one. This one or the?
Either one. Either one.
Well, I mean, the 5 duties. Well, I think both of them you need to listen, right?
Skills.
And certainly in medicine, if if you go into health professions, very often your own patients can tell you what's going on with them if you listen. So they teach us try not to cut people off too quickly. So I apologize. I started to move things along here, but listening. It's about trying to solve problems, and sometimes there's different angles to that. So you need to explore. I think it's important to be curious. What I mean by that is that don't assume that you know what's going on until you ask all the questions that need to be asked. So certainly you need to engender trust is very important, right? So I mean, when you're whether you're a physician, I mean, when you're working with a patient, trust is extremely important. So, for example, with many of the youth, it's very important to they may want to share things with you that is very personal, or they don't want to share with other people, but it's going to be important to your health. And the only way someone's going to do that if they know that they can trust that you will keep their confidence, right? And they also know that they can trust that you'll act in their best interests, right? So that's extremely important, and certainly being able to communicate as well.
Great.
I know I've got 5 there, but
Okay.